And from there, you can size it up, move it around, make it smaller, move it back, bring it forward, whatever you want to do. And here you can see it has turned this image into a video. Now, is this one a great one? No, absolutely not. And now we have a really cool dot and a really cool graphic. Y'all look at this. I love it. If you are a Canva user and a Canva lover like myself, y'all, I have the video that you literally cannot miss. Canva tried to be really sneaky and sneak by some really cool updates that I'm going to be bringing to you in today's video. So if you are ready to learn all of these new Canva updates, definitely stay till the end because the last one that I have is definitely my favorite. If you are new here, and my name is Lauren, and I'm a craft producer here at Makers Gonna Learn, where we strive to bring you inspiration, education, and motivation to get crafty in whatever way that is. And in today's video, like I said, we're going to be focusing in on Canva and some really cool crafty things that you can do inside Canva with your designs, whether that is for print-on-demand products that you might be creating, digital products, maybe your own little crafty things that you're creating. No matter what it is, I definitely think that these new features are really going to be a game changer for you. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right into Canva and check out these new updates. So the first thing that we are going to be talking about now that we are here in Canva is going to be the new functions that you have with group and ungroup. So in the past, you have just been able to group and ungroup all together. So you can see these are all elements that I have chosen from the element section just to kind of create like a collection, a name, whatever. And used to, all you were able to do was come in here, select them all and group them all together. And that was that. You would have to ungroup them to work with each separate individual element. However, now Canva allows you to select the group and then select one individual piece inside the group. And from there, you can size it up, move it around, make it smaller, move it back, bring it forward, whatever you want to do. But you can now click the group once, click it again, and select an individual piece. Now that we're back to our original design, another thing that you can do that I really love is you can ungroup one singular element. So used to, if you just wanted to pull out one element to switch it out, you would have to ungroup the whole thing, bring a new element in, and then regroup it all back together. And that is not the case anymore. Once again, you're going to click on the group, then you can double click, you can click again whatever element you want, and then you can ungroup only that singular element and it still keeps all the other pieces grouped together. So that feature is one that I absolutely adore, especially as a Cricut user and having that option to ungroup one specific piece. I think that this is definitely going to be one that the crafters that are now using Canva, they are going to really, really love. So that is the first little change that they have updated that I really like. Now, the second thing that we are going to be talking about is not necessarily something new per se, but they are making it better and better every single day. And that is being able to take images and turn it into a video. Now, this is going to be great for those of you all who may be creating Etsy listings and you need that listing video, or maybe you're wanting to create social graphics with a photo behind your text that has movement. Either way, there are lots of different ways that you may use this, but what we're going to do is we're just going to take an image that we found in the elements section and we're going to turn it into a video. Now, I do need to be 100% transparent with you guys. You cannot take a pro image and turn it into a video. So this is going to be great if you take your own photos, things like that. You can quickly turn them into a quick video. So you're going to make sure that you select the image that you want to turn into a video. You're going to come up here to where it says edit. And then right here in the Magic Studio, you're going to scroll over to where you see image to video. Now, once again, let's notice that this has a crown on it. That means that it is a Canva Pro feature. So you do have to have Canva Pro to use this, but I promise you, investing in Canva Pro, if you are a designer or you want to be a digital designer, is going to be 1,000% worth it. We use it all the time. So how we're going to do this, remember we have to select the image, and then we're going to select this image to video. And then you can make it a smart video. This is just it's going to move the water how it thinks it could. Or you can make a custom video and you can describe how you want the motion, how you want it to happen. I think I'm just going to do smart because I just want these waves to kind of wash up on the shore a little bit. And then it's going to click generate, and then it will generate you a short 3-second video. So you can see it gives you a preview of your video. I'm not merely a fan of that. You can click generate again if you don't like it, or if you do, you can go ahead and add it to your design. And here you can see it has turned this image into a video. Now, is this one a great one? No, absolutely not. Let's see if we can maybe change it up. Let's just do like a fire. See if what we can do with this one. Maybe we just want some flames. I'm not sure. So let's test this one out. We'll go to edit. Let's go to image to video. This was a pro image and I didn't realize it. So let's just go back to fire again. Here is one that is not a pro image. We can see here, edit, image to video, smart, generate. Now that one's pretty cool. So you can add that to the design and see what it looks like. So just know that it may work better for some images and not as good for others. So just keep that in mind if you are taking an image and trying to turn it into a video. Next up on the list is motion text. So you can quickly add motion to a text, whether that be for a graphic that you may be creating, a digital invitation that you may be creating, or something to share on social media. So what you're going to do is you are going to select the text that you want to put motion on. Now, it does have to be an actual text. It can't be an image of text. It has to be an actual text box, because you have to come up here to where it says effects. Now, after you have selected effects at the top, if you scroll all the way down, you can see there are different apps that you can use with text. So the one that we are going to be using is the one called Motion Text here. And what you are going to do is you are going to search through some of the motion texts that they have here. And then you can add this to your graphic. So you can search wave, bounce, 3D, and you can go through all these. Now, I will say there's not really a ton to choose from, but it is a good amount. And I do think that they will be adding more, but it is a really fun feature. So let's do this one. Let's type it all in caps. And then you can even come down here. You can add a gradient sweep on it. That's cool. Animate transition as well. You can up the speed. You can change the way that it tilts, tilt back. This one tilts forward. This one tilts to the left. You can come down here and do the text effect. So our letter fill, we can change the color palette if you want to. You can change the line fill. So the extrude color is the background color. So we can maybe change that one to pink. You can put an outline effect and change the outline color if you want to, and up the width of it. Interesting. You can add this animate transition. I love this. It can come up, and then let's just see what it looks like. We've got a lot of animation on this, but play around with it, have fun with it, and just really kind of see what you can do. This is not something that I feel like is going to be used on a ton of designs, but it is definitely something good to have in your back pocket when you are designing, just to have it as an option. So here is what it looks like. So maybe we make it the same size as our page. So it's like going in and out of the page right here. And then maybe let's get rid of this Monday. And then you can see how you can kind of make it your own. So that is the motion text effect that you now have access to. So now you can switch up your text and make it move and make it really fun and exciting. Now, before we dive into these other 3 features that I want to tell you about inside of Canva, I want to talk to those who may be ready to learn how to sell either digital products, physical products, or print-on-demand products on Etsy. You all know us here at Makers Gonna Learn. We love to bring you inspiration, education, motivation to get crafty, but we also know that so many of you all want to take that skill set that you have, that craftiness that you possess, and you want to turn it into cash. Well, I have the one-day premiere conference for you that you have to attend, and that is called the Etsy Effect. And y'all, it is coming up in about a week, so you need to get signed up now. This is going to be for those who really want to learn how to optimize. Maybe you have an Etsy shop and you want to learn how to scale and optimize your shop. This is for you. Maybe you just have skills, or maybe you don't have an Etsy shop, but you want to learn how to create income with your creative ability. Y'all, this is for you too. So if you haven't already, check out that first link down below and get signed up for the Etsy Effect, because I promise you, it's not going to be one that you want to miss. Also, if you haven't already and you're enjoying this video, please make sure you hit that thumbs up button and maybe even subscribe to our channel so that you can be notified when we do bring you updates and get crafty. Now, let's go ahead and jump back over into Canva and talk about these last 3 features that I am obsessed with. And y'all, like I said earlier, this very last one is hands down my favorite one. Okay, y'all, this next feature that I'm going to talk to y'all about is pretty dang cool. And that is where you are going to be able to take PNG images and vectorize them. And this is with an app called Vectorizing. So you need to have a PNG image on your screen. And if there is anyone out there that doesn't understand the difference between a PNG image and an SVG, a PNG image is a portable network graphic that is comprised of pixels, meaning this image is put together with pixels. They are square lines, and if you zoom in really far, you can start to kind of see the pixelation. A SVG, or a vectorized graphic, is a scalable vector graphic, and it is put together not with pixels, but in layers, meaning this green is going to be a separate layer from the pink. So this is a way to quickly turn PNG images into SVG images. So we're going to select this image, come over here to this right-hand side, come down to where it says apps, and then you'll type in Vectorify. It's Vectorify. So Vectorify, it is also a pro feature, but y'all, I think it's going to be worth it. You can also choose if you want black and white or if you want full color. Obviously, we're going to start with full color. So we're going to select convert to a vector. Now, after we have done that, we can simplify. I love the fact that you can change the color palette to something different. That one looks really cool. You can kind of play around with it, choose a different, or keep the original, either one. This one's also really cool. And then you can edit colors and shapes. You can edit the number of colors. So you can bump this down. You can see how it starts taking away some of those details when you bump those colors down. We'll keep it there. You can also edit the colors and shapes. So we'll keep that one the same. But let's say I wanted to get rid of that white. So I can select it here and I can get rid of that. I can also get rid of the insides. So we'll do one at a time. So we want to erase that one, and then we'll erase the inside here. You have to do it with all of it if you really want to turn it into a good vector image. Now, I don't want to erase any of this. It did erase, I see over here, it erased some of the white behind that. That's fine. We can work with that. But then you can erase that one too. I think that is good. Then we'll go back here and double check this. That's a really cool color combo right there. I like that. But we'll stay with our original. Perfectly fine. You can also simplify your vector graphic. So if you wanted to take some of the detailing off of it, you can simplify it. You can see here. I think I'm just going to keep all the detail on for right now. And now all we have to do is click Add to Design. And now we have, let's duplicate this page, get rid of this one. And now we have a really cool dot and a really cool graphic. Y'all look at this. I love it. Now, the next one that I'm going to be talking to y'all about, I'm going to come over here to our uploads, and we're just going to grab this picture of myself here just so I can kind of show you how this works. I just kind of found this one on a fluke. It's in the apps, but it is called Choppy Crop. And I think that this could be used in a really cool setting depending on what type of design. So like if you were doing like an old school collage design, I think that this Choppy Crop would be great for this. So you can do it either polygonal, you can do it freehand, or you can do it magnetic. So what you're going to do, if you do polygonal, we're going to start cropping. And all you are going to do is start clicking around your image. And you can put as many or as few points as you want around your image. So if you want it super choppy, you're just going to do as few points as possible. Like this side is not going to be as choppy. Like I said, you can put as many points as you want. Let's say we wanted it to be closer here. And then from there, you're just going to, so let's try it again. We're clicking, 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 clicking. And then you do have to connect it. So you can't just do it all. You have to connect it. You can see I connected it here at the bottom. And then after you've done that, you can apply crop. And there you have kind of like you've cut it out with scissors. So that's what the Choppy Crop is. Now, let's say we wanted to do it free-handed. What you would do is you would just come in here and you would kind of draw around it. Okay, so the freehand is a lot different than I thought it would be. So let's reset this and let's try the freehand. Click and draw around your subject. So you cannot let go. Gotcha. And that's how you freehand it. So I can see the freehand being useful for like an iPad and an Apple Pencil. So you can kind of see how I got that. And then we can apply the crop, but that's not a great one. But maybe the freehand would be better if you were using like an iPad and an Apple Pencil. But I do really like this app, and I don't think we need to sleep on it. Now, the very last one that I have, which is hands down my favorite, and one that I think you all are going to have to probably play around with quite a bit, is another app, and that is the Type Studio app. Y'all, there are so many templates you can choose from with the Type Studio app. I mean, look at all of this. Look at everything that they've already got created that you can choose from. Now, these are all just templates, but you can come up here to create new design. And what you're going to do is you're going to type in what you want it to say. For example, this one says Hello World. You can change your font here. You can upload one of your own fonts into Type Studio if you want to. Let's go to upload a font. We'll choose a file. We'll choose a TTP. Let's see if we've got any downloads. .otp. Here we go. Cherry Block is one. We'll upload that one. Okay, so you can see we can upload our own font. You can work on your letter and line spacing inside this app as well. Love that. Maybe even take out the comma. So now it just says Hello World. And you can change, you can add a warp effect. So they have plenty of warp effects that you can choose from. This one turns it into like a box. You can also do your own custom warp effect. You can see here, it's just going to change these points. You would then bring these two down to make it straight. You can play around with it, move these around. What I love about this is it allows you to fit a text inside an area that otherwise you may not be able to. And this is going to give you a hand lettered effect without having to learn how to hand letter. So you can distort it. You can warp it. This is just warping on the bottom like here. This is your center point. You're going to move these up and down and out and around. Or you can turn it into a shape. So this one is a circle. This one is a oval, and you can see you can change it into any of these shapes. You can scale up your font, scale your font down. You can change your letter spacing. Of course, something like this is going to be better if you have a line of text and you want it like around a square. You can also kind of change where your words start with this shape offset. So coming back over here, that's not really, I just don't think that this text is good as a good example, but you can play around with the shape. Obviously, our letter spacing don't know what's going on here, what I have done, but we obviously don't want that. We're going to come back to here and maybe just do something like that. You can add an effect, a decoration effect, which I am obsessed with. You can add a shape effect here, also obsessed with this. And then you can add color. So let's say we want green, purple. What's our font color? Here's our gradient colors that we can choose from. A shadow effect. What in the world? This is amazing. I am so stinking obsessed. Decoration color, pink here. Oh, our font color. We got to choose our font color. What about, you can also add textures. Like we've got a lot going on right here. Like there's a lot, but you can see how you can add so many things to this. So shadow effect. So this is just a solid. This is a stripe. You can change the angle of the shadow. Outline effect. That's just, even more. Outline color. Y'all, this is getting wild. I don't know. Let's just add it to the design and see what we got because that's crazy. That is insane to me. So where can I add it to right here. Add to design. Beautiful. And then here, this is our wild and wonderful, wacky hello world. There's a lot going on, but y'all, you have so many things that you can do in this Type Studio app. I think it is so cool. Once again, this is obviously, I was just trying to put as much on here as I could, but y'all, I love it. Y'all, what did you think about all of those Canva features? I mean, honestly, I've been obsessed with Canva forever at this point, but it just keeps getting better and better. And these updates are, in my opinion, the bee's knees. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know if there's something else, like a different feature in Canva that you use quite frequently that maybe you don't feel like a lot of people know about. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you like this or if you feel like you're going to use any of these Canva features while you are designing. And y'all, like I said, if you haven't already, and you either want to, one, scale your Etsy shop to start creating more income, or two, start an Etsy shop so that you can really use your creative brain to bring in income, make sure you click that first link down below and get signed up for the Etsy Effect, because I promise you, it's going to be a conference that you do not want to miss. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.